Hi, my name is Kirsten Talabere, and this is my Genius Hour project. Now, most of us know how Genius Hour starts. We were given a bracket and told to fill it out with our top inspirations and aspirations. From there, we were told to make a project based around our own interests. Suddenly, my mind started flooding with different ideas as to what my Genius Hour project could possibly be. Eventually, I was able to narrow it down to my top 5 passions. These passions were anthropology, sexism, evolution, reading, and history. I was able to take these 5 passions and turn them into a book entitled The History of Sexism, an International Perspective. Now, you might be wondering why I decided to do my project around sexism. This is because sexism is a concept that has affected me and many others on a day-to-day basis, and it's something that I've always felt very passionately and very deeply about. The original plan when I first made this project was that I was going to be collecting research on 8 different cultures and societies. This research was going to be taken on the sexism in those societies across various time periods and all around the world. On a day-to-day basis, I would spend most of my time collecting research, pictures, and other miscellaneous information. I even contacted a professor at a university in India who was an expert on the topic of women's studies to help me with some of my research. When I was done doing these things, I spent most of my time editing and formatting my book to near perfection. Since I don't have a copy of my book available right now, I can show you some of the research I was able to gather on the Mosu tribe located in the Himalayan mountains. As you can see, there isn't much information that I was able to gather on this tribe, and that brings me to my next point. When I think of how I did this Genius Hour, I think of one word, and that word is failure. When I first started this project, I had assigned myself to do way too much work in way too little time, and I was setting myself up for failure. I felt like I was going to have to work 24/7 for the entire semester to get anywhere near where I wanted my final product to be. Eventually, I decided that I needed to do something about this, so I decided to lower my workload. I decreased the amount of research I had to do from 8 different cultures and societies to just 5. This took a tremendous load off of my shoulders, and I finally felt like I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. I finally felt like I was going to be able to adequately finish this project by the deadline. Because of this, I feel I only really achieved about 75% of what I had originally set out to achieve when I first started this project. Most of this can be attributed to what I've previously mentioned, but some of this can be attributed to the fact that I had little to no experience in formatting and editing a book. Because of this, my book didn't turn out as professional as I thought it would when I first started this project, and I didn't have nearly as much information as I hoped I would. All in all, I feel like I can sum up my Genius Hour experience by saying the words, "You enjoy the things you enjoy." We were told to pick a project based on our own interests, and because of that, we had our passions to motivate us. Now, I personally had never done a project where I had so much freedom, and because of this, Genius Hour was something that I looked forward to at the beginning of every week. Thank you.